I have just arrived from the U.S., where I undertook a regular medical checkup. Thank God, everything is okay. It is my tradition to have regular medical checkup in Ghana. However, my doctors felt that for one or two reasons, which required more comprehension, we will go outside the country. I have a message. The report of the review tell me one thing, that the past, the present, and the future. And therefore, I should drive from here to the castle to continue my work. Now, let me tell you this thing. We should all work together.
Seven victims from the Axim 4 tanker explosion were transferred to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in Accra, having suffered burns ranging from 64 to 98%. The burns are said to have affected their respiratory passages as well. According to the director of the Reconstructive Plastic Surgery and Burn Center at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Opoku-Ware Ampuma, the remaining patients under his care have difficulty breathing since the burns happened in an enclosed area. The latest victim to have died from the explosion is Anthony Emisa. He had 97% of his total body surface area burns. That is apart from the respiratory problems he encountered before his death.
If you have any burn that is more than 30% of your body surface area, it is a very severe burn and it is life-threatening. And for unfortunate friends who got burns at Axim, those that were transferred to this center, that they all had burns to their respiratory lining as well, because even when you don't get physically burnt on your body, but you inhale a lot of these hot fumes alone, that alone can threaten your life. So what they have are very, very serious burns.
The Member of Parliament for Ivaluejura, Catherine Ablema Afiku, was at the hospital to check on the victims.
But immediately what is needed is to save those that are breathing. And what can we do? Support must go directly to Kolebu, Efien Kwanta. We have 3 there now, and Axim where we have 9. So once the hospitals are resourced immediately with what they need, bandages, grease, and the wherewithal, some have taken drip 30. One person, and if you see that the family cannot afford these things, I'm just appealing through your medium that well wishes should come to these hospitals. How it happens in other jurisdictions that we see it, volunteer to support.
She said even though they were currently concerned with the treatment of the victims, a committee will be set up to investigate what led to the explosion and find ways of preventing a recurrence of the incident. Meanwhile, Joy News has gathered that Vice President John Dramani Mahama was at the hospital earlier today to visit the victims. He assured authorities at the center they would be provided with enough sophisticated facilities to cater for such cases.
It was for news around town and Hong Kong and pay no President Mills back in Accra from the US after undergoing medical checkup, routine medical checkup, and I think Axim Mokaya baby a ton. And I'm up for the one Moko number na may na nibiria na arhosa mo see Axim na baby premix for yeton na ijato ho ma o mahihye do ma bedu Kolebu na baako eto anana no wonse do eno humfoni na ne ya chewe but na no pay me watch me ma apomudin soronko me ma osuru nyansa ne osuru asomdwe mfama enim se ye nyina ye ho ye nyame adom na so atena ase a ensem a akọ na aba na ye di hunkomo bensemmu bre na so midin e de kodwa asare ba fo champion kaba na se shron konkoma na ya abrefo na fe ato nra mini ha na adwuma no wo muso musa ne tete bia na oduhun kan nra akra na chese adwuma de to aso a na no penso yetena ase a enkomodi e fa o man Ghana ho ka bi na mensumi nka bi eni ato ni ka bi nka bi amamo na fe eboa ma yempuntu a yepese ekọ anim chense ne yete no ebetimi aboa nyina no nti na yatena ase enya asem bia enye nkasetwe enya atemdidie adwenkyere obi kyere na nso wo ne nya adwen na nso wa kyere wadwen 1760 network bia yusu bia ebetimi akenkan wo so sanso na betimi asene email kaba@myjoyonline.com and afi so no multi tv Ghana Facebook page also no kwara na no pe obetimi atenkan of course na no pe President Mills enura area be se premo ato echi kakra na obepie mu o man Ghana mu asana ye bepie mu e TV so sisi ano hu se na ye yibi a kyerɛw e kotuka wie mu hyen gina be then someone penny be to dwa matters are rising if is a komodie mu ye de bebrɛw penny ba call nso aben e wo eye amamuo ene hu nkutam die nsem so Dr. Kwesi Jonah e de nsem atodwa o ye chiche ni nso University of Ghana na sem nyina se kwan a NDC for chitafo ekopie mu ewo eye kutukaye mshenjira bia no mukobọ pe so na ade se na ehu hia it was say a smacks of colonial mentality or say it evokes bad memory of old authoritarian rule as nyina ne se kire se kane kwan a na mpanifo bi ombedi oman so na wo mukuta oman mu ensadin mu na amanfo eka ono nkwa aka amanfo nka bi no eno no na eka ka amanfo adwon ne adwen sa ana ne nya adwen send a text message 1760 and also kaba@myjoyonline.com efe nso no wo man penida da Rollins asye ni munkuta hodi say obeti party so anti party no asem foforo ye be say nsa be kan ora Kofi Adam na mum 31st December women's movement asye a ewo enkran rage edwumakuo bi asori so wo mu eje isan say PNDC aban no efa kwati kwan bi so de tumi ane wa aban sem no de je na bi sisabre wo muntu ahun rent ne ade 1997 ye court aye nsem pi nti ye be buy mu no otie na wotimi atimu nkwa
from the US where I undertook a regular medical
abusafo mumfanche efe so no Council of State esu Asia na wokyerese nyame adom ochina umbesha President Mills e woni ema bia sisi wo memu na omotimi ne na ato adwen won woni nsem aye dwenwen na no pay penifo a abeka ensa e wo dwumedi so aye de adwen toto na ebrewo e owura Samuel Oku Deputy Communication Director the New Patriotic Party bani emu achimu akwaba sanso e na ehwe ni mu se owura Ahmed Ibrahim Time abato pesa som na shibedwani wa NDC mu ono so ba be kan sansa na ebe sha ase no text message say di kan ba na no pe yankin kan fama 2 p.m. Blessed son of Atta Mills or say Asante Mampono trophy or say I welcome my father President Mills back to Ghana. Enemies of progress, shame on you all. Or say Kaba me pamucho eya chikasa mochron munchro ni ye me kasafa abibuo no ho me da kudos to you ni Kaba ni obaya abibuo no nchro ye no ho ya na bia sinitirase ya da se ne ofutu or say Kaba kabima min kabi is now Danny or say Danny Naminso min Danny be okay Thomas the defeat man so am fidi ba say Kaba DC kala salaga asemna me catch why ho de mbacho iguso etu ho na mon pi ye benya ho say say Kaba where were you yesterday we missed you wasn't easy for Nana ya him da say lezo impoko ase na de ba or say Lord or say to boduma say Kaba NDC can tell us no person who wishes the president to die, okay, they should stop their shameful propaganda and do something better for Ghana. Or say, please, Kaba, why don't you invite the BIMP on your program? By say Peter, Sehi Elukurum, no the free by Kaba. When I send you text message, you don't read. Lezo, Pukwa say, when you text message, you toss me no and I no pay me kind. And just say deliberately, the bet to Yajum say encounter text message there be. Or say during the 4-year tenure of President Kufuor, nothing was achieved, but yet we gave him another chance. Why don't we give President Mills 4 more years to achieve his better Ghana agenda. I'll say President Mills, yes, another 4 years in the man. Or this, or say Sehibodi, or say Kaba, greetings to you, and also so yeah, that's Papa. From Joko to Dunko Ofin Kaba, and now I made Juma, oh, I made DNA say Papa, pardon out. Wa mejuma me to kwan kakra until ma mejuma no ni asem no also champion in this candidate for Upper Denshire East and so HL medase from Joko to Dunkofen Kaba we see another one medase also we want to know when is the Bongo road going to be done. The road is in a very bad shape. Abeku from Bongo Kaba President also President Mills voice Adom you yebi in Ejura. Kaba health insurance staff at the district of schemes are suffering. Our pay is too small. More appealing to Fair Wages and Salaries Commission here. So meeting me happy birthday to Master Kofi Juma. May you live long from Mercy Ajimai, Doma East, women organizer and Edema Kofi. Also please tell Minister of Roads Joe Gidisi to go and check the massive corruption at Beposu Toll Bridge. Or say the nation is losing too much revenue. Kumsin Chaban, or say MPP, you are so violent. Why? Or say there is a daily armed robbery in German North. One happened just yesterday. Please do something about it. Iman Ifisampa Edibai Akaba. Why do you allow people like Lukman to run commentary on your show? Abraham for Humana so Facha inside Abanesa Henry Commander. I'll say we the people of Chifu Praso will surely vote Mr. Samuato Amwa as MP for Chifu Atimokwa. Yana Chifu Praso the brain. Now finally I'll say about tell the EC to pay the biometric registration official running out of patience. Ezekiel for Sehi Asempene. Moamode mo text messages by so the master papa say enano pe motimenya hobre. Electoral Commission for say encounter say biometric mo amoye no nyame adoma this week musika no beba nti munya abotre afi yenko kotoka wiemhyengyina bia nra President Mills ebepie mu ewo eho ebra ofi US abrochima mu bai yenko ni yenko tie biem na mesel nsema president tudwa no yenhya ase na emam yenko kotoka edibe piemu ewo kotuka wiemhyengyina bia na ohwe omampani na ampanifo echiachia no na ohwe ndisi achitafo akopiemu eho no ana achese eno mfoni na ohwe ewo TV so no amanfo ekobo hwe no ewo kotuka wiemhyengyina bia na ohwe ewo TV so no.
I have just arrived from the US, where I undertook a regular medical checkup. Thank God, everything is okay. It is my tradition to have regular medical checkup in Ghana. However, my doctors felt that for one or two reasons, which required more comprehension, we will go outside the country. I have a message. The report of the review tell me one thing, the past, the present, and the future. And therefore, I should drive from here to the castle to continue my work. Now, let me tell you this thing. We should all work together.
Eti abusafo na na ekoso kotuka wiemhyengyina bia same yemfa enkomo ne nhyase meka se asa na president ebekro no na enkomudi a nnam kromu ne se opposition for ntishu emo na mo kekanka se president ewu ema asa na obekro no ode nsam tudwa onwu ye ote ase okwakohe na pomudi nsam nanado wish say ne krato de come President Milson and this impany for teacher ra say dun ketia ra black abene kasa ni ade umina ka say munyina no moye nyachomfo moye hypocrites. You don't wish the president well. Say president aba asema and this for chita for no can say jealousy go shame money na ewu no president akwasa aba.
Ne di kan no kaba ma mencha omo mo hwe na me mo aba so na we fidie for jumasono amodi jumapa amodi se mo hwe kabina menkevu amemu mu kena opani Ghana Mampeni John Mills etiane nechi a course or check up NPP for ye ni na bro ye de akomapa ye de mpaibo eso tai nechi obehwa onu mu okoesa okoya NPP led by a flag bearer ye de sansemi tu dwai enipa bi mo sopai Mr. Kwesi Pratt NDC Abrantie yi kwachi ofosu Deputy Minister for Information Blackwa any more keka home. Say Chinchina NPP did not mean well. Now the internet nipa no echo checkup. Now we bomb paya manu and also wishing well. How many times to be echo checkup? It me issue a wishing well. So President Mills by uti ne kase munra. He says so do be ase. Ubi biya o bomb paya manu. Acknowledging say all checkup no. He needed the prayers and the thoughts of Ghanaians. In his own speech, he defeated that infantile argument and in a cheetah for be to say Mr. Kwesi Pratt and Abukuja Tablako and Kwacho for Simone Adade, a Casaden, a wish president well. Secondly, anytime at this issue, Baba said, who's a president or film and answer and want to chima. Eba app no a NPP for na church no I find it rather interesting. Mikra mensam wa ha say the informer obibi onim informer no hwe informer advertise President Mills all the time. The informer newspaper paper ya nua Sam George our kind DC communication team say kokwan do okra na chiro since o kan kokwan do sunt me deny. The informer for last week Friday on my editorial was shame on those who wish President Mills dead. A kind this editorial. My main kind paragraph me per enchero. When the latest political mischief of President Mills' death broke last week, the large majority of Ghanaians and political observers believe the mischief as happened in the 2008 election year was being reenacted by the opposition MPP. Osemra na President Mills ebede dwa na ebeto dwa se sebio sebin preduansa Ghana Mampeni no wetwa nani ahweban no na eye nipa bebre according to Informer pro NDC newspaper no osina eye nipa bebre se eye NPP for na chechire. However, when an intel picked from the Osu Castle, the same Informer no or say yenhwehwemu ewo Osu Castle no, it pointed to the fact that the latest news of President Mills emanated from the castle itself. Or say intelligence yenhwehwemu be told you say castle honwa na impeniphobia sheho and a bow position for Amandia. The Informer wasn't only flabbergasted but was also sad. Or say the castle doom mongering prophet atrofwe D4 Moshe yen castle hono. They believing Ghana was going to experience Nigeria's Musa Yar'Adua debacle. Or say ano mujitum said ni si wo Nigeria Mampeni ano ti wo Musa Yar'Adua enya ne ba bi kono whispered this through the megaphones. We make calculate say okwa Nigeria na Musa Yar'Adua na be de akire ne friend good like Jonathan. Na womo a okwa Nigeria mu politics according to paper we no woman no mo chire a emra President Yar'Adua nya nba bi kwa quickly omo pushi good like Jonathan no na be de chire be di president no ebi mo pese the same thing si wo Ghana na President Mills ni ho a na be de chire na ba be take over we NDC newspaper
now what the paper we di because when you say several times people are publishing stories and more criticize and say paper for reference
obomochichi fi nsu ase ebe catch us say denche mewu a yeni na chine womo nom de omuja enom nim se na esisisi omofa kaba me nka party ne ho paper we so de me nua ma me ate ase se koku an do homo na chro ena abeda di se ebi mo pese Nigeria yara do ade ni bi si wo Ghana na mo atime nya onward projection ba bedi mampani. I am not saying it. It's the NDC newspaper quoting it. Inti NDC must look within for answers. Womo hwehwe mo ho, womo hwehwe mo fie, womo hwehwe mo ntakrem, no mo yi ne ekoso no mo atime aka ho asem. Now you be another bachelor position when your own newspaper always advertising the president and always telling you say the better Ghana agenda is on course. Movie ya na mo sabe point accusing fingers. Intiminia ye de ye gitum say na Ghana food na akire ye no. Yes you akire ya dwen ye de akomapa ne pai type papa na chi. Unlike even his own party people, they did not wish him well. However, me no na me nim wiem shen gina hobia no. Airport. But penny back when me tie no e wo City FM Eyewitness News between 5:30 and 6. A PNC flag bearer Onuko bi. His Excellency Hassan Ayarega. Or say the president is not well. And I'm not making Hassan Ayarega on City FM. He was at the airport. I was in there. Or say he doesn't need to be told that the president is not well. Shamima Busan said he doesn't need to be told. No one who said the president is not well. If or no your flag bearer of the PNC or no koko shia papa be by ebe catcher said the man is not well. He was with him. He was standing next to him. Or not in the red carpet and so. Intino etodebia ebimo hypocrisy no. Eya na emwa. Hassan Ayarega said the president is not well there. I have not seen the pythons from the NDC ready to swallow him. But that's the beauty of it. The good intentions of Nana Akufo-Addo ne NPP, it is, if any, President Mills, Manu de Sumnaso, NC Soda, say President Mills, Echaneni Eshe Bayan, NPP will not be automatic successors. His automatic successor will be the vice president. That is what our constitution says. Clear. If the president is not there today, the one who will take over the reins of government is his vice president. There is no ambiguity about that. We no may say anamate aname cross check bienim. Sana Ghana mra ponchere. And now almost paper be catch say be mo pese yara do asi. Sana be the president will not be there.
That's the vice president who has some normal can.
Now there who can who here say just here the answer when you answer when you okay. Come on. One more paper check say be mo pese yara do assembly. Ghana mra ponchere the president is not there. And advise need and they take you over. One more some yati as a ebi mo se ho mbeze yara do a type no esi na ni o shechire na baba bibi e ya sam se benzi na ya betne Badwam ye pensen mo
Eguso aye pim so call live on Badwam Multi TV Adom TV na Oguso awohe Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Airtime about to pesa sumra shibedwani pani nya ba be kansa obani am akwaba
yeah me
me tie we President Mills akwaba na mu nsem no aba ya chese APP so ba so ati ne community o
me akaba meda wase na ma fa kwanya so achia etifo especially brown ne time for nyina
omuji oso
na ibi so akoka
I
don't think bana traditional cancer o chana nyame ya adoma o ko ni so ere intimi wish ni well
oh sani ebeko
come Drew Mra Drew media ka ba wo ya adore nkrampo a wa ya flag bearer be ba free
say what to suffer enti kwa kujao.
Thank you very much. Yo kaba uhwe asemo a ye discuss efa president ne arrival ne crowd wa Ghana for a board dumping ekosiama kaba menyin ni se
ukobi
baby ana me wondra na me report on mutual parliament majority leader ma adwuma bi ntimantimi ankobi kaba na mia me wie ya me hu crowd no e wo TVs na me kan say eh na we de ajinkwa no na wasan abayo kaba this is not the first time ye hu bibisa is biblical is me say e biblical
President Mills Maye no
ni Maye no ni ndie e sinra airport no e biblical
e Bible
kaba ebia si wo Bible mu da
hefa
mra Yesu Kristo owu ya o sori ya as one for no question na ebi mu doubt to say
Nti President Mills we sorry.
Kaba, what is more worse than this?
We wenya.
Nipa no tiasi na ni opponent Samia Ukunu nyina o mo bon auto say president na wu.
Ehe na maka.
Kaba. Fami yua kaba.
Kaba busa na mame mesrew. We
na mo for we see no way say.
Samia Okuka say o person
for president. Me see party. I was in Koforidua with them when the incident happened.
Your party
Kaba, me draba
sa workshop na mko Koforidua.
Exactly. Me draba.
We young MPs for be the catcher say president.
And young MPs me driver no ni. On say your drivers no mu
driver minimum na na kasa.
Yes you mu boss e wo Kumasi.
Na sa meeting na Samia Okuka.
Samia me say mu party.
So onye MP.
First am gyina ho ma MPP. If MPP be asem this one.
Asem na okan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Waka.
Asem this one. We me nyina ye omuka ye ho asaka ba nya pipa we na me no be ko wa ha nya pipa we na me no be ko ha de kafa MP hu na MP wo na ya ukai into we nya Bible ese me ba me gitom mo no look and then Samuel ko waji we tum say e Bible watch na attack na o si o pipa we rented press and then nya rented press and then the gospel watch na attack wa o si e rented press back to the substantive issue. Ushe na ya Koforidua anajo ana me driver by odimbrika aden o say eh ana bo dia sini o yes o mo jubilate o come say driver listen a president here
propaganda
na say DNS so I had to call in Kumasi yes near me friend no see jubilation air course na me say anya no kre I had to call to Accra no so it is never true inti Adechi ya president oya boogie down Echo airport Echo
na president here
boogie down Kaba or the vin a man above his sisters boogie down oya kwa yem nem 94 ya ba mbo brain omuntimi nye obi ntimi nante nko ha ne ha obehu ana ni radiation ni gasket ya hye ohumi ensi so no your man we Kaba boogie down up to airport. Echo full plane no. Avena yetua.
Or from castle to airport.
Me ba osi Nanado wishes President Mills just to trumpet the sickness. It was not it was a cynical wish statement, Kaba. It was not. Let me come. He was not wishing him well.
How do you know
that is we know why President Kufuor called that Kolebu or wishing him well.
Oh, we did.
Oh, wishing well.
We did.
Oh, wishing well, Kaba. Oh, Papa Yari, want me wishing well. Oh, Yari, I feel now say, oh, I wish you well. Just to be in the good books of who? Gender mosquito Becker, or say MPP and their crocodile tears. Whom do they want to fool? Kaba. Oh, yeah, and the boogie down. All call no crampo, check up no crampo, or the vim, and the coy. All bano, near party supporters, near, no. It is just to make MPP people sure say their wishes will never see the light of day. Kaba. No bien a tio biaka skadinuko yo. Minya reporter, majority ladman mintra. Ka president can run an opportunity can be told a channel. Na min koye Thomas the NB. Oba meje say on nya fe na mi ko that say the Hassan Ayariga ya minua we Samia Oku etia e kan. Kaba. What do you expect Hassan Ayariga to say? Who is Hassan Ayariga? Nya president Akunja ya bi na oped.
He's a PNC flag bearer.
Nya Akunja president Melsi Tisui. Nya no na Hassan Ayariga or partner so.
See, it's not well.
Kaba, what did he go there for? Or kwa ko say papa no yare na onyare. Medical doctors, experts of course. And a comprehensive checkup. And the report about say the man is as fit as fiddle. Or tiapo to say you know. No tiapo and then so tiapo or chance or because what tiapo they have given expectation certainty. Now why wunye medical doctor you are going to go say me mako jina papa ni nchen papa no yare ampa are you this a physician or a doctor ne politician na me no ye yare a doctor for anje medical diagnosis ampa report ama how can you confess any pan yara no yare Vima president or the castle so Vima or the champagne for no kaba. Is this the kind of person Obeka say on yare? But all things being equal, Nipa unya trial for depreciation set in. Into your medical bills and all those things no increase. Ye kwa na onya hiti 40 now. From 40 no, frequent medical checkups to make sure you replenish certain laws and other things. See, into any President Nelson kwa per se, and now Becca say. But the way it was trumpeted, say nipa ni yare, nipa na wu. Then in ya no more position for the Omu can say, now say President Nelson wa are we the immediate beneficiaries? Into money. You know, your constitution no interest President Nelson wa nyami fasa ma vice president and all Kwako succeeding as a flag bearer of NDC. Never. There will be a primaries in
as the vice president, he will take over as the president.
Flag bearer.
I'm coming.
But we are talking about the constitution.
But why don't you go there? There are two issues. Your
president and your as the flag bearer of the NDC.
But for the flag bearer
between now and December, if President Mills is not there, who is the president? That's what I was
even while he was in US, no vice president and not acting president. In the absence of the vice president, the Speaker of Parliament becomes the president.
No, yeah, men could speak.
In the absence of the president is the vice. In the absence of the vice is the Speaker of Parliament. But election era. So in the event that President Mills is not there, NDC for I was saying primaries. Yes, we have to go for Congress to elect a new flag bearer. That time you will be campaigning. Until you can tell us, oh, in the event this thing happen, Namunim say Mwamu. Argentina, yeah, 2008 election now, of course, South Africa. Even those days are not our opposition, you were trumpeting it.
No, but even
in opposition, you were trumpeting
your party constitution. If the flag bearer is not there, you need second lady.
Now the money.
I mean, you should check your constitution. And do you think would you be? And I'm when him say at a mills in the war, you will just walk over.
So who was jubilating?
The Musrani at a mills. That is why we gave President Mills 96.1% to. In send Nipa MPP for through Nipa no. Nipa Ghana for pen and Nipa or Bren Wasi. You understand? Nipa or Bren Wasi. Nipa or Sonyame. Nipa or Kano Craig. Nipa. That is, and all these qualities are visible. As symbolizing all those things. And they know it very well. So the 2008 election, what happened? They know it is going to be repeated. And therefore, it is their wish President Mills is not there. And that is why all those things will happen. Now, yenim say Mills will hope, say Nyami Tiasi, and also say Mills Tiasi, the qualities of Mills are still there, the qualities of Nana Akufo-Addo are still there, and they are the two king contestants in the Kaba. We will always wish him well. If he goes for checkup for 100 times, we will meet him at the airport. Even next time, Kaba, there will be a queue from the castle to the airport. Now you realize say, now our farm
because accused asking me. How me be say Dr. Kosi Jonah. Oh, be am person be agent.
Na upapa yare.
Oh, what's wrong, Yare?
Oh, I said it. From your fortress, you'll be depreciating. Kabamanka.
No, but President said one check-up. One can saw Yare. Also, what bet now saw Yare?
Oh, Kaba. Oh. Dear nature say, after your 40s, you are depreciating. Depreciating no brofuna yenti and I said, dear na yenti. Mr. will be beer so tea.
But what then so tea? No chest.
Yeah, what didn't quack.
Until you say the president is sick.
I'm not saying, Mr. All things being equal. After your 40s, every normal human being.
Oh, Yare.
You are not as you used to be before your 40s. Into medical base, no frequent checkups are increasing. That's what I said. And that is the same thing the president is doing. Even that the same thing Nana Akufo-Addo is doing. Kaba, I'm telling you.
I mean, you see,
There be Ora Hassan Ayariga, a flag bearer of the PNC. Mr. Ayariga, thank you very much for joining us and good morning. This is Multi TV.
Yeah, good morning to you and good morning to your listeners.
Great to have you on the line, sir. We understand that we have seen pictures and visuals of you at the airport meeting the president. Would you be able to tell us why you went to the airport to meet the president?
Yes, sure. This is a country in which democracy is growing and has an aspiring presidential candidate who wants to lead this country. We should be seen in practicing and preaching politics of love rather than politics of hatred. I went to receive the president of the nation. I'm aware that there was a lot of rumor around the country that the president was dead. It was some special kind of rumor, and he was out of the country, and he came back. We as Ghanaians, as politicians, we should show love to the sitting president. The sitting president. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Ayaga, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
The sitting president is the president of Ghana. He is not the president of NDC or the presidential candidate of the NDC for now. He sits as the president of this nation, and I believe as we grow in democracy and politics, we should educate the youth that are coming up that Ghana is a peaceful country. In as much as we want power, let's preach peace. Let's educate the youth that, look, you can agree and disagree, but does not mean that you should quit violence. I have always said politics is not a tool for violence, and nobody can rule a bent nation. Because as we go along, we as policymakers are supposed to make the rules and abide by the rules. We should not quarrel with one another. We should not fight one another. Akufo-Addo is my friend. Papa Kwesi Nkrumah is a friend. Abu Sankara is a friend. These are all presidential candidates willing to rule this country. But is it not fair for us to be united as we go to the polls of 2012? Is it not fair for us to be able to sit and laugh and smile to one another as we contest one another? Why should we always be at loggerheads? Because you come from a different political party. Does it mean that if you have your mother or your father or your brother who belongs to a political party, you should not respect him as a dad? You should not show love to him as a father or love to him. People in this country have political differentiations. We have a wife who belongs to NDC, and the mother and the man himself belongs to a PNC. We have an instance where the wife is MPP and the husband is PPP. These are called democratical issues.
But
let's see ourselves as one people, one nation. At the end of the day, if I become the president of this country, as Atamils is the president of this country, he is serving Ghanaians. He is not serving NDC.
But Mr. Ayaga, were you invited or you decided to go on your own accord?
And that I went on my own accord to deepen the level of democracy in this country, to let Ghanaians know that it is time for us to love one another as we go to 2012 polls.
But some political pundits have said that the move that you made smacks of really selling the PNC to the NDC. Is it a kind of a major talk between you and the NDC?
Did I talk about the NDC or the PNC when I went there? I went there to show my love for the sitting president. I went there to change the surface and the face of democracy in this country. I went there to educate to the youth that politics is not a tool for violence. These are the things I've been saying day in, day out. I preach it. But because I'm not a presidential candidate of the MPP, people don't think that I can win power. I am going to show Ghanaians the level of democracy in this country. And by the grace of God, things will change from now until 7th of December. And we shall see who will be the winner. I love everybody. I love the MPP presidential candidate. I love the NDC presidential candidate. I love the PP presidential candidate. And I'm in love with all Ghanaians. At the end of the day, if I become a president, I am not a president for PNC. I am a president of Ghana. And I'm not going to serve PNC people. I am going to serve Ghanaians. And I entreat all the presidential candidates in this country to start thinking along peace, to start thinking along how democracy can be deepened. The level of democracy should be shown love. Politics is love. Because you want the mandate of the people to do what? To serve them, not to hate them. So why should we start drawing enemy lines before we go to polls? I don't think this is what we should be doing as a nation. I don't think this is what we should be. Look, we can sit on radio stations, sit on televisions, and discuss the issue of the nation. At the end of the day, your talent and my talent added together will move Ghana forward. But my talent subtracted by your talent will not move Ghana forward. And that's what I want us to do. Let's build Ghana together.
Now, Mr. Ayaga, just quickly, I understand that yesterday you were on City FM and you said that the president was sick. So you went, you said the president wasn't well. So that's why you went to give him solidarity. Is that correct? I
didn't. I said the president came from the U.S. and I went to receive the president of Ghana. I did not go there to receive the president of NDC. I went there to receive the president. One day I will be on that seat, and I will, if I am even coming from a very serious trip that involves the nation, I will invite all the political heads, all the party heads, sit down with them and discuss issues of economic nation. Look, the president should be invited. Look, let me tell you something. When it gets to the best of politics and democracy, political heads, flag bearers, should always have some meeting with the president to show the level in which this country should go, to give their ideas, to transform them. No, we should not wait for somebody to fail before we take power from him. It is God who appoints kings. It is God who makes president, and not the people.
Mr. Ayaga, did you say that the president wasn't well? Did you say the president was not well?
I said the rumor all over the country was that the president was dead.
I understand that you were asked, you said the president wasn't well, and the host asked you, how do you know? You said you didn't have to tell who told you that the president wasn't feeling well.
Maybe you should go and review the tape. I am talking to you now, and I'm explaining to you what I said. I am saying that there was a rumor that the president was dead. I just said it before. Please, let's try and educate Ghanaians. Let us not manipulate messages. Right?
Finally, Mr. Ayariga, do you have a relationship with the Deputy Education Minister, Mr. Mahama Ayariga?
I was just coming to that. You see, this is democracy. My brother Mahama Ayariga is my younger brother. And we come from one family. He's my direct brother. And he's in the NDC and I'm in the PNC. I am a flag bearer of the PNC. He's a deputy minister of the NDC. Doesn't mean that we should fight one another. And that is what I'm trying to bring on board. People, you can have your wife in a different political party and you be in a different... Everybody has his own level of democracy. He thinks what he believes in. We have Ghanaians. Look, let us not shout on radio stations and make so much loud noise. Let's educate the youth. Remember that when you are talking at the radio stations, 1 million of people, young people, who want to learn from you, who you are inspiring, are listening to you. Don't go your own way. Go the good way, the right way, the best way for the nation. And that is what I'm doing. I am not politicizing everything. I know when I should politicize something, and I know want to be transparent to Ghanaians.
Right.
And that is what we need.
Right.
As a nation, together we can build this. Look, I am a German train. And I know that what I need is results.
Right. Mr. Araga, I want to thank you very much for those explanations, and good morning to you, sir. Hassan Araga, flag bearer for the PNC. But Mami now. No, he was no Kasan Sanamichano. Mami, just under 1 minute. Mami now. Mami now.
Me zero down on the castle informants. Just as the people is claiming. Kaba my Ghana ni bia nye na dwen say obia owo castle bia na ye NDC. The castle is a public office. And because of the policy of President Mills, father for all nunti, or by opposition for more, you know, they are still there. Apart from political heads, no President Kufoni, ni vice no Mukoy. They are still there.
But there are people who are more Jumo Castle from Rollins time.
Exactly. So we don't have to expect to say NDC form one and information coming from the castle no and the internal party and internal informants from the national ruling party and the DIBA.
I think just to expose honorable there. The same if a person say be more information about be NDC for. Let me expose him there. Informer name on the first paragraph. So the National Democratic Congress ought to fight a common enemy, which is the New Patriotic Party. Yet the NDC problems seem boiling within, with self-destruct menacingly staring in the face. Afeti how? The NDC needs, as a matter of urgency, to look within for a quick solution to the basket mouth epidemic it is inflicting upon itself, especially so in an important year of election. If I tell you this, and these people were those that, according to the paper, no, the pro-NDC paper, which always advertises President Mills, that today, Honorable is telling me, say, ABA MPP for a share. I am so disappointed. Now, let me go into the substantive matter. You see, metese obi kase na Ashanti region mu jubilate an insult to the people of the region, to the chiefs and people of Ashanti region. NDC for ediomatem.
Oh,
se Ghana ya mamre mu, ye culture mu, na penny sebe uwa ibosi. Which area in Kumasi or Ashanti region no mu jubilate? Ono ba betena ediomatem. Esedun ketia ediomatem. Why do we deliberately want to antagonize one group? Because I said, one example, one more area. Honorable take cue from the propaganda and the General Secretary, SRTA. And also the Abetanaha. Ekase no mubose eukumase. You cannot continue to insult one region consistently, sir. Deputy Minister for Interior, also mo ye koko Axim krase for, ni abedio matem na etwemko. A former current vice president in parliament honorable say prempe kasa former current vice president parliament say baby or say prempe fiba no omo arane omo elhaum sans of Ashanti region near di omatem honorable so bet na o say opani yete se wawu na omo bosi. Why do we deliberately always want to create that enmity, that animosity? Time bia na yemu a particular region and no more mufi ho mufi. Why? Why this deliberate attempt to divide our country? Afe so no. You see, meno ayana the double standards e wo agree with Emenika. Hassan Ayariga. Let me be very decorous. His Excellency Hassan Ayariga, PNC flag bearer, is telling a lie. We didn't throw to Ghana for it, and if he doesn't apologize for it, I strongly believe that it will be a dent on his reputation. And now I was listening to City FM Eyewitness. Say meboa the thousands and millions of Ghanaians who listened. Meboa so busa the hostess of the show. Hassan Ayariga said the president is unwell. And then also he didn't say that, he said there were rumors. He didn't say there were also the president the president is not well. And Shamima Muslim busa say, how do you know? I say I don't need to be told by anybody because even the media will even tell me that the president is not well. If meboa, I'm putting my credibility on the line. If you never said that and you don't get that taper, I think I'll even stop going on radio and TV. I will not accuse him for nothing. Hassan Ayariga, the PNC flag bearer, and no, koye nyachum, ko jina honom, so no receive president taba. It was capacity. What's it local?
Also, episode show say Ghana united.
Fantastic.
You even the politics in the two time. Said the same.
Because he said on radio, City 97.3 FM, Shamima Muslim Eyewitness, or say the president is unwell. And he was asked, how do you know? Or say, I don't need to be told. Because even the media can even tell me. If meboa, me say you get your sources at City FM and cross-check that. After lastly, Honorable, BSC and I think a very distasteful.
Why?
Unpalatable.
Are they?
And Chepi, a Mashibejania, Ujina Homa Wulensi, where unia Alaji Sani.
Okay.
Ufimo. In accordance with Ghana for your tradition and your custom, regardless of the BBF bano, politically, Moko honum command befitting a burial. The former Vice President Liu Mahama was there. The current Vice President John Mahama was there. NPP, a running mate Baumia, he was also there. Munan united round your brother and you buried him. NPP Mashebejani Aujina Kwabre West, FM. Then Okujeto Ablakwa, the Deputy Minister for Information, says well because NPP for and the cancer the president has passed on.
Almost Tembia Mobekambia MPP Tembia Modibe President Milsibia.
Aside that, media, I think we should always show respect for the dead and to the dead. Honorable Parliament way. I don't think say he will say his brother passes on. A big blow to even Parliament and a sign drain to the coffers of our country. Yet here you by election as you by election. If you by election, we have to spend money before we spend money again in 5 months. We already have one by election. a deputy minister of state, and Article 58, Article 59 of our constitution said the president is and appointed subordinate to always act and speak in a state. Is that what the president is asking a black to say? Say NPP Kwabre West. Adiato Ebusieni, Adiato Adishieni, Adiato a whole region, now Adiato parliament any. Was it because some cast president Sebe were into the buy? Even the one saying that whole Ukraine is yes NPP for the chance, NDC they've not been able to prove it. But if the deputy minister of state
5 more minutes to decide this issue.
Can go on that. A distasteful, a unpalatable, and I think say a black one should be ashamed of himself.
Ora procedure na dia nto aso ne ne ya just say kwaya amanfo ku share president Milson na.
I mean quite clearly. So many our Canadians say biblical. You see, it's only me honorable in religion.
A Christian.
But I think so honorable you're Christian okay, the holy book, which is the Bible. I'll say that shall not have any other God before me.
That's true.
Men you will be coming home. And now see Yankopon or no be an chena hini. Yankopon, your friend Jesus, your friend of Prince of Peace. Assume the hine. And this is already after years to title at the bomb of flag bearer. I saw from penny 4, even Methodist, I saw from penny 4, last sometimes as of was he criticized the way NDC for every years to Christo abodi ebony padaseni because a human being is fallible. Onipa bia ebony. Ya jen kwano no be wuje ye no NDC for afa na body krata dia bo. Baba Jamal. Insuo yiri wetiwa. O say President Mills do what then and say or then and see ho e no hwe wiem se merade mensui enwe e na nsuo no wie wo the whole etiwa. E kan sa na nsem we kire. Honorable Ahmed Abetnaha said, "Nia AC ye the second coming of Jesus Christ."
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know.
Time bomb not this one. Time bomb not this one. Oh, there you let me finish.
Oh, your propaganda secretary, but it didn't know much about your communication. Every before your propaganda, almost your communication.
Propaganda. Or CDC, a biblical. And I was say biblical.
I'm not question yes. Or say as soon as so definitely, by your
that's a reenactment of Jesus Christ.
How can you even compare President Mills to Jesus Christ? How? Aye haram, aye taboo, enya DSC, and ye Christo somno ebwebra. Because o say I say chese esuafo no coach ya
30 seconds.
Openi ntia meka san say honorable betna kase. Aye biblical near Mills koye check up. And in our Bible, more years called check. That you want to bring Jesus closer to Mills.
Kaba, wow, before ye propaganda.
When you propaganda,
we propaganda, almost say communication. In the home propaganda, say I communication director. Many as I'm your opposition. Now, I have almost already propaganda for propaganda now. Near me can say, biblical. Oh, papa, ya will check up. Say, papa, I will need to check up. Yes, you buy. I'll say, wouldn't be can papa, then, papa, one you be that. And the question, Papa, Papa, then I'm telling you, Papa, then and I saw went there to see, say, what we want to say, on you on Tiasi.
And it's for it for
me, see some, when you've been a book and say, oh, President Nugra Yare, I don't need to be told as I'm acquiring the case, or the one metric number on call reduce with you. Minia, these things are very clear, but near me can say the title as you was just a contest between Ghana wanted a peaceful leader. And as against a perceived arrogant leader. That was the contest of the two in 2008. In Nyasa Yakasa Atamesi Yesu. And when he came as a president, one person say, warrior Christoni, defender of the faith, Wadani Castle in Pibobia. You confirm all those religious virtues on him.
My father, Dr. Jonah, the initiative, not for you, Mamma.
Minia, Dr. Jonah, Missy, a Papo Dende, Nekoye. Now, Dr. Jonah also no academician. Military, no, watch me political science, or ye academician. And as an academician, would be a practical politics ya kaba ubelusu.
But a political scientist.
Yet 300 and a young castle and a Hassan Yarigan Kwanko and a Kosha president and a NDC Nibia and what and a Yarigan Beka City FM said President Bolsonaro or Yari I don't need to be tola. Rank out our better. Na ya kata fili gani. Yedi ni. Yeah, Papa, then they call airport to Echo Huni. And no man yet to me defy the Hassan Ayariga cancer. The president is at field.
But the president said something yesterday that beat my mind. Honorable.
Say Yanko, it was a political science against political thought. And yet, into my Yanko, now yet one year thought. Yakoha and Yafe, and a transanaka opposition point Kwakoya, Kaba, can row down better. Now, yam transi a young kata Yakoha Yakunye. Say by a Twitter. Then you come back to statements that Minia Samia Okuye say, we are dividing this country. Who knew presidential candidate? Muna mu divide Ghana. Nyamuna mu go religion. I can all die, yet I can fall against all other tribes. Nyamuna mu ye.
But was that in that contest? Was that in that contest? Was that in that contest?
In this country, in terms of
talking about this particular issue. We are talking about this particular issue.
Political party
because you have put a spin and a spin on it. You have put a spin on it.
Then you come back
to jubilated in Kumasi.
Against 2008. Who did he say? Why is their president? President Kufuor. If President Kufuor didn't know, not 2008, why is their president?
This propaganda.
He said it. He said it. Come on, he said it.
But I'm putting on the
come. Number one, the most divisive and ethnic political party in this country.
Thank you. Thank
you. You know this. That one is a trouble. And you're starting for. You just go to your side. Who come in and your side.
Of your
on three free season. Come on.
By seeing for you,
we have no titles in Ghana. Ghana is quarter. So you don't have to get it. We are winning.
Thank you. Text messages amount for the Abraham for 20 million. So, no, because about 8 o'clock. You're 30 more minutes. You're 30 more minutes. You're 30 more minutes. No, I will try. Mommy, read text messages. Mommy, Mommy, read text messages. I'm off. Millions of people are watching us into Munyabutre. Honorable Ahmed, Medase, Asami Medamasi.
The ministers of state stop their jobs to go to the airport.
I know so come with Juma Humpacho.
Their job to receive when president goes for checkup.
Yeah, for text messages about and to so I say, Inusa from Boga, why is that? There's always problems in the Ashanti region when, okay, maintain your canasi. Kaba, why is the NDC man ranting? We are concerned with the president issue because it is the taxpayers' money that is used in taking care of him. Stop comparing Nanadu to the president. If you know one will step in his shoes, when the tables turn, it to be the vice president. Don't use our money for Papu Dinde. Sewa in Aguna Swedru. I also heard the PNC flag bearer says the president is unwell. Rose from Axim and Eka. So deducing from the president's Mills's welcome speech, can we say that he's now very well? We heard him. Kwesi Blankson from Cape Coast. Kaba, why is these days, okay, I think, sir, one from to maintain how can I see? Or say I'm shocked about Mr. Ayariga's denial. I listened to his City FM yesterday, and he was categorical that the president was unwell. Kwame Selby, and if he kept close to the by. People in Kumasi had always jubilated about the rumors of the president's death. Well, again, no evidence. Also, why is the NDC? Why is it that the NDC people hate people of the Ashanti region like that? George in Kumasi, Hassan Ayariga said the president was not well. Nobody needs to be told. He said it on City FM. I also heard him. Mavis in Ediaba. Or say Ahmed Ibrahim. It's a fact that the president is not well. And you are denying the fact? Okay. Come on. I'll say, say Chrome, and we, okay, I don't get it well. Short on this. So, come on. I'll say, it is true. There were jubilation in Kumasi on the death of President Mills as rumored from Atonsu Bantama and even on Ash FM. Go and find out. Safu Nedifi Atonsu Kumasi by. President Mills will win the 2012 election. I'll say, a Bayer Dekeke.
Anson at the buy. Or say Kaba. So the NDC is trying to tell us the president, President Mills and Nana Akufo-Addo are his enemies. Then they should change their mind. Kaba, the PNC candidate has made my day this morning with his impressive peace message, and I think he's the best man for Ghana. I'll say, Mr. Cool, keep your, I'll say, MP, keep your cool. You are becoming arrogant, yo. Please, Kaba, tell Honorable John Tia that the Bongo Road is not good. He should do something about it. Kweku and Difi in Nabuyo at the buy. Kaba, is it true the president is sick? See, or Kaba, it is true the president is sick. See how he spoke yesterday. We wish him well. Ike in Difi Akontombra at the buy. I said the president is our man, but he must have time for his doctors to work on him. Papa could see Nedifi don't go chrome the buy. Kaba tell the NDC man, but he's becoming too aggressive these days. Kuku and Nedifi second at the buy. Let the time MP keep quiet. Okay. I'll say, Kaba, let the NDC people know that the president is not fit. They should send him again back to another checkup. Ivan at the buy. Kaba, if you know Uncle Atta very well, nobody should tell you that the president is not feeling well. As the NDC is claiming. I told Nedifi new takrade at the brain or say our president is not well. Listen to his speech at the airport, president. Or say, okay, no, this was Nadia meeting me. I'll say, Kaba, those who wish the death of the president will never live to see their children. Amen. Kofi Nedifi Nkwetia at the bar. I'll say, President Mills will win. He will not die by the grace of God. Atu Nedifi Fosu at the brain. Please, Kaba, tell the NDC man to stop what he is doing. AC from Takrade. Kaba, every God-fearing, law-abiding, humble will not give money to William. Okay, one from Sunyai. Also, I'm very disappointed in the Honorable because he's not honest in this context. Joe Nedeba Kaba, Obuase to Anyan Kwanta Road is so bad that it needs immediate attention, or else also answered from Obuase Bossman and also Ediba. I'll say so far, okay, Jar leave. Okay, so far as Jar leave, President Mills will not die. Ejata will leave to see 2017. He will leave to see his enemies die. Isaac from Takra, they will say, Kaba, we, the Council Youth of Bokrom, has changed from the NDC to the MPP and not coming back. Babs and the buy. I'll say, Kaba, who is Dr. Kwesi Jonah? That we should take his comments serious. Shame on to him. They are all prophets of the MPP. Pablo, you know, if you're boss to the buy. The NDC man is not talking, he's rather ranting. He should keep his cool. MPP will all the way. Hannah and Edifio Boise at the brain. Kaba, tell Samuel Ku to go to hell. The president is still alive. From Nana and the buy. Kaba, please tell the MP he's not fighting on your station. You should keep his cool. Kaba, do you listen to the voice of the president? The man is not well. Assemble Debbie. Eric Nedifi Kofia say Edebaye or say Kaba tell Honorable he should keep his cool again. Kaba Ayariga okay, I think so I cannot read this one. Ina Isa Nedifi keep Kuzba. I won't read it. Many text but I won't read it. I'll say Kaba, it is true the president is sick. Even how he spoke at the airport tells it all. Let the NDC know there are no degrees of honesty as the cat is out of the bag now after escaping. One of the ways of killing the cat, Onyame Kasa from Itimensa in Wa. Kaba, I don't like our present voice at Kotoka International Airport yesterday. Don't you think there was some tremor effect on the recorder as captured? But unfortunately, in a recorder, and there's nothing wrong with that recorder. Nampedu and a debate. Or say it was the right thing Nana Addo did. Tell Honorable Ahmed that they are all aware that the president is seriously sick, and yes, they are refusing to accept it. Extend our greetings to Honorable Ahmed. Patience and a debate. Or the president, okay, or say the president of the Honorable Kennedy Japan Fan Club and members in the Upper West region welcomes Nanado to the WA from E.T. Mensa. NDC man, I've learned that you are a Pentecost elder. Is that true? If that is true, stop the propaganda. God hates blatant lies. Ken Nkofodia, but you're an elder of Pentecost. Please let our leaders know that the truth will always stand. And on Nkomodia Egusa Debra live on Multi TV, Adom TV, Badwam Egusa Debra, and also watching Chibia Fabre 1760 Kabat my joyonline.com. I'm if I emails Bakumi Nubiaba Nafi Yenfan Twaso. One from Nyako Enes or say Kaba, good morning. Can you believe that President Mills is jogging on the red carpet yesterday? Tell Sammy that Ghanaians is in support of his deeds. We wish him well. And Nafi Winsu from or say at Abrantipa on Kranza or say Kaba, can you please tell the NDC man to stop polluting the minds of Ghanaians? We know what is best for Ghana. It is not propaganda or no NDF buy. Or say Linda Oforiwa or say Kaba, good morning. Say hi to my lovely mom, Madame Mary Tuye, and my wife to be Linda Abna Oforiwa, all in our Grand Studio. Thank God our president is back safely, but coming election, Anado will still win, hands down. Richard Asare, right, Kaba, there are a lot of who in the NDC man's speech. He doesn't talk, he's not telling the truth. The MPP man is very gentle. I love him. Or the UDS, War Campus, and or the by Isaac Kane. Or say, good morning, Kaba. For how long are we going to have a panelist who are doing unnecessary argument? Please, they should. Okay, okay. Kane Garo Timpani, Clement Mensa Damwa Kaba. Why are you allowing the NDC man to stop Badwam for us? We are beginning to avoid the watching of your show because this man is out of control. Linda Oforiwa Kaba, tell the NDC man to stop what he's doing. He's not using the program to educate us. Text messages, emails, also thereby making kind. But let's move on to 31st December. We have about 30 more minutes to go. 31st December, Abetoja said Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins. Say no dear, you do not could you court. You know, as a person. But 31st December Women's Movement. That story they say something in and say with story in a mission. Was say the former First Lady Nana Kunedu Ajiman Rollins was at an Accra Fast Track High Court Financial Division yesterday to contest a case with a private company over the ownership of the 31st December Women's Movement building located at North Ridge. The movement was dragged to court by Wasef Sadala Dakwa for illegally possessing a building which did not belong to it. Mrs. Rollins, president of the movement, accompanied by Sylvia Holu, secretary of the 31st December Women Movement, and Joseph Bediakon of Fonka, among others, appeared at the court in as defendant in the case. However, the case could not be heard following a prayer by Kofi Sumwa, a counsel for Nana Kunedu, that he needed more time to amend his statement of defense after carefully going through the pleadings. Counsel for the plaintiff, Tadeo did not object to it and also said that it will not cost anything as normally done because they were trying to settle the matter amicably. The court, presided over by Justice John Ajet Nasem, adjourned the matter to July 6, 2012 for someone to do the necessary amendment. But the facts of the case is they say as far back as 1979, a building was seized and confiscated by the PNDC. And Sadano, say, you know, 31st, Aji Sadano or Mudi Juma. But Wasef, say Juma Konicha says Sadano, PNDC for no edging illegally until Yensan for Sadano. Yeah, there are no merger with Kofi Adam saying that President Rollins is likely to form a new party and a home croniba. Ahmed, I'm even few so as some way buy ya. Best said Nano Kofi Adam and Metia. But some a man for you command say Abamu penny for actually now more perceived to Nana Kunedu officer. And this for
me. Say a bit me about this. But so kind message ya abaya obina na japade aban aje PNDC aban gene compulsory efrene ena watch but my worry is why now?
That is the question.
Worry. But and also to me confirming the fact is that it be aban paying for a teacher na say omon teacher bia afena nepana property no ne dia no afi na wa ho se bia ye de binimu de amomo nti ono so edi asem no ekokot akogi ne de. But I don't know the outcome of this case.
Afi that's what court.
Exactly. I mean who the outcome that is going to come out from this case. I have to say because who kind na he's not just claiming reacquisition.
Operate from 19
exactly. And not just a small case be now like I say ABI done na japade mana, then that is going to be the end of it. OG na japade asanji rent and a rent no crampo. Do you know how much it is going to cost for 19 good years renter? Well, me nyindi say just dan bia keke. But say who can say a buying penny for a tetra. Sanke and yet the rightful, the original owners of the company. And the case no court. Nanka obi, fufubi nanka or the case no court. And then when you are trying to make some incursion, say, ever say me divert your attention and I made a buying penny for Eco Forum. Say
in fact, Obi has sent me email or the CTFM interview no at the but my mom in penny for her now yet to me to one more. Obi has sent me Charlie technology. Obi has sent me CTFM interview now. But no, but this is a more accessory meal. But send me boys, I want to be beside I'm aware the president is not well. Someone SMP but
into Usha say kase obi eko pre na Japan na the politics ebe urama the case is
Mamefa na Farmer Nathaniel Akuma Jr. on send me Hassan Ayerga voice on President Mills. Thank you very much.
Into Usha we know clearly speaking it has no link with the National Democratic Party. I don't think we can do this. It will be unnecessary if NDC is behind.
If you for cancer and say, "Ebra oko Cape Coast, oko thank you talk." Hall oko wa renting we tiaka. Central region for more NDC for penny for pamono.
Kaba eno ye no kre, but they came out to say nanka omo ye regional executives. Into be program, they came out with their version. Say, you have to notify me that you are coming in the name of the party. So the way issue are arbitrum. But there is no way say we draw any correlation between that incident and this one. Like I say, NDC form penny for ATH because Attorney General send him. Urban Minister be any message we mo. Government lawyer didn't be any. And as I hear lawyers who defend. This is the first time I'm hearing their name for the first time. Me and me what NDC mean T. So our lawyers are. Omo defending plaintiffs na mean ti obiadin e wo NDC party. So Kaba clearly speaking there's but let's wait and see what will happen. And obi ajapade there won't mean can say oh case ninja case in there say ojai because ono ne maame ne papa no mo bre ansa no mo peda na so. And ye wo bi no ajapade a aban esizi ye. Omo di court aban na asan he den. Asan areteni amomo. E bia me megiri say edin na ye motivation factor. Also the original owners of this property say
to go for
and yes there will be a court akojini dia and I mean to be court na me kojimi dia.
Okay,
that is what I can say.
Okay, Hassan Ayerga voice mumenti just let me try to do some
Mr. Ayerga, did the president tell you that he is not well?
Come again?
Did the president tell you that he is not well?
I don't need the president to tell me he's not well. The media will tell me the president is not well, and I'm aware that the president is not well.
Well, there you have it. Thank you.
Please, I did not lie on the
Nathaniel but
Kaba, that is what I can say. Is original Ompoma there no modi omasem akoko. Individual property against.
Still on the Rollins, yes, you Mbabeti party.
Clearly Kaba. And also here another issue. Rami T Kofi Adam. One Adakabre. I say one Adom FM. And on my interview no. Na me T no one rule no out to say on before me party. But one confirm say. Omo babeti omo party. So that is all that I can say. But if a emphatic say Rollins is beti omo party, I think say from this time up to the time the couple the Kaba is too short to form a political party, go in for Congress, elect your presidential candidate and all those things. And many say Rollins ne buta ne say obe say BBM intina or kutini party. Nobody will form a political party say maybe T party they say party. I don't think it's also possible. Be a kingmaker as he is, ruling the country for 19 good years.
Because Tio Kofi Adam say, and this is a quotation, don't be surprised if a new party is formed with the intention of salvaging an existing party, unquote.
And Omo Bisan clearly says, so are you coming to form a political party? Then he said he cannot confirm. I heard it. I heard it, yes.
Sorry, me too.
I mean, very sad. 31st December, you know. First of all, my main putting on right, me name the affiliation of company Kwedenako Court. Secondly, no, Urata de sorry there, means a lawyer. In the capacity I've known him, no, me name no as somebody who is a member of the NDC. However, as Honorable was saying, it's a question and matter of timing. I think say court no there, time is not. Say we base you be na na base you be there more dey inform. But I think politically it could feed into Oshe Sena Mami or Nene Kunu a course in Congress and this economic mete park needs to be. Time omu wure mu apeni esi ye mompaye. At a time ana dignitaries abakre be my deputy ministers be kra na bi mpokra my. Na bia baby my ministers na bia even MPs kra na omnyom na no maba. But even by protocol arrangement no. Kofi Adom subsequently. I think the vice president was supposed, after saying a council of state for Aba, after some council of elders Abano, national executive Sabetinasino, then the vice president Beba, then the founder of the party Beba, now for the president of the land. Because Rollins, when he on the year before NDC for Afa and one more time, men can't NDC for because they still enjoy a lot of support at the grassroots of their party. And one year a woman. Owura mu pena mini Elvis Free Ankra say momia so nyina na so mompai. Oma kata omani ne ma Rollins usher into it. He was ushered in at a time me man Nkrofo so regina kata omani. Papa je peja ne sa left no fans. Opeja ehwe right no fan. For not ne sa akire nyame no wa yesay. Me boa go for the tip. Me na me te park ne so bi. E hono na mu se sa esunya no coronation park. Papa
ona ko CMP
yes. Me se sada no and you say we mechano in a comic but sada me who says sada no tefla afashe enye de ewo sunyane esa said ni papa no subsequently mamene kasano na NDC 42 wires no if speakers you've heard the Fonka people saying the woman herself said it ewe kwa for her na my sane ma we nyina awie anso general secretary of the ruling party said ne kramai batan na wo bom wo no ya mantam no edina she rich ya mantam na she baby papa ono no te party no yes say o ye kraman batan na buhwie ya kwapia na aboa e na sebe ni dwan yira e 1 pint mo akofa ahoma say ye komanchagbo na mo fa mo konhyem kraman batan ene ne yire mo fa mo konhyem ne atwem kogina manchagbo na the aya Rollins there a blessing for all politicians. What is happening to the Rollinses? It's a lesson. Because you say no Obi antenase enko plucky obi from obscurity, from non-entity to identity. Na nipa na bet now so we are wachero bosom yeduemo bro. Text messages okay, or just 8 more minutes to go. But Council of State for Abisha President Ochina to discuss senior a member of the Council of State Dr. Ben Glover say they are supposed to be discussing worrying signals ahead of the December elections and insecurity troubles in some parts of Ghana. A step too late or too early? I mean, wait a minute, I'll just have a quick take on it. I think the Council of State Fund, they have a mandate. I think they are part of their core duties. It's better too late than never.
Anna, I think that the timing is correct. Simply because, Kaba, on this pocket of violence, communal violence in the country, Parliament has shared Interior Minister and managing the briefing. And it is not necessarily about what has happened alone, but what is possibly going to happen as we are moving towards elections. Intermediary say almost share president here. Based on the past experience that we've had, there are going to be some possible strategies here. Send a reoccurrence will be prevented. And beside that, moving towards elections, clearly speaking, Kaba. So almost share, I think say elections now there is going to be a peaceful, free and fair elections. Intermediary said the timing is not necessarily that wrong.
For answer your text messages about or say hi Kaba, I'm Malam Baba from Prestia. MPP is not good at all. Come and see Prestia. Oh man, 8 years on by. Or say honorable, well done, but be gentle. Be gentle. NPP, they are a dangerous group. Or say President Mills and the NDC are still Ghanaians. We are waiting for 2012 to sack them from Jima Gonja. Notification by Kaba as the NDC member of Parliament, whether he came there to fight or discuss the issues. He seems to be fighting everybody in the studio. But Sammy from Boga. MPP will rot in opposition. Ghanaians can no longer allow Nanado and his party to come and grab state properties. Wow. Martin and the Bio. See, the market women in Cape Coast have been left with them at the mercy of the weather, and nothing seems to be going on at the market site in Cape Coast. Jefaru Seidu and the Bio. Say, what is wrong with someone telling the truth? We cannot see that the president is sick. Even his voice tells us all. Danny from Tepa. MPP has nothing good to offer Ghanaians. Long live President Mills. Long live the NDC. Or say Zuharin and the of Boise by from Kofi Usu Tiase or say the Eche road is bad. Kaba, come and see it. And or say Kaba, our father is not well. Let the MPP or say let the MP stop building castles in the air. Or say shame to the NDC. They can give Kratchi to a ferry. Or say they can give Kratchi a ferry, but they are not doing it. Okay, Nani and everybody. Also, why don't you read my text messages? Please invite our MP Bia to come into the program. We want to ask him questions.
Yes.
A Bia MP why?
Mr. Honorable.
Minimum. Bia minimum, but Bia na. Also, those who wish the president dead should bow their heads in shame. He is now fit and strong to continue with the Better Ghana agenda. Na Mills na double Yamo and Edifi Wade by. Also, Kojo Ampedu Nkoko, President Mills will win the 2012 election all the way, NDC. Also, please come and tell the MPP to hold their cool because the NDC is winning hands down. And tell the NDC man that I like his zeal. Good morning. Christy from Cape Coast. Also, as an honorable, you don't, also honorable now, you Isa from Takrade. Also, there's nothing to call better under President Mills and the NDC government. They are all lies. Jima from Gonja Techiman. Or say we Ghanaians are not case. We know what is going on in the country. MPP will win this year's election. Sister Mensa and they defeat Takrade at the bar. Say Kaba, it is true. Nanado, is it true Nanado has kidney problem? I want Samir Oku to clarify this. Abna from Chebi, I don't know, my brother and my sister. Meaning the youth employment under the health at Yejipru is still unpaid for 11 months now. I'll say what's the problem. Come on, please. We cocoa farmers in Sevi are appealing to Ghana Cocoa Board to release farmers because we pay our children's school fees with it. Fuachi, Nedifi Bia, the buy or say, Kaba, please tell Mahama Yariga. Okay, this one I can't take it. Kaba, good morning. Check yourself. There was some Chisam died. The MPP supporters and secondary died. Okay, okay. Also, they jubilated. Check it. Cape Coast body. President Mills is not well from Keusu, Axim, Oda, and Odifi by Kaba. We shouldn't politicize the president's health. I agree. Indeed, from the way he speaks and the way we saw him on TV, he's not a healthy man. Let us all pray for His Excellency. Don Oshaya from Brekum. And Odeba say, Oku, you are very good. You've put the NDC man in a tight corner. He's finding it difficult. Or what say, I see you doing at the buy. I'll say, Atamilson, if okay, I think I cannot take this one. I'll say, President is sick, and so what? Ghanaians should remain focused and think about development. Amos and the Fita Kwadebai. Can I tell the NDC man that the Mankasim Ejumaku Road is good, and also Mankasim Nyankumasi good. We wish the president well. Was the shame to the MPP, they will lose in the 2012 election. And good luck to our president. And I honor Edebai. I'll say AC. I'll say okay. This is supposed to be going to AC. No? Anyway, maintain text messages here. Bye. And no, or say Mami fan chashron confirma your crew ya more Kumasi ya more Jumade and the Mamma TV. Abodi or Boase Mokupimo Kumasi Mucha and Yama Deva. Yeah, I'm fan as Shonko and Farmer Ura Samuel Elku, Deputy Communication Director and the New Patriotic Party. And I feel so no, Yen fan as Farmer Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim Tyne. Abato empesa so mrashi bejani benfo da munyina asem bada mbeboa ye kone aba na emunya botre oh amamre munya botre ya baby akone ya pensem
that's right
ye pensem
but is that Rollins a very popular honorable constituency
time
very well
time
and you know I think that he should be leading the reconciliation efforts.
We call me ba text messages about making kanyaka no na afi nkoma ye di no ha no ya na man for so mpese ade ni yem pensem mo ye mom kwan mom nkyerem adwen for once me ma ho kwan na ye no wadi nkoma akra so ma ya pemben so na text message saba nso de ato aso. Edom ase ba sia.